Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 long months, we are back with episode 8 of the Socially Disconnected podcast. It has been 10 months since I actually made a podcast episode. But dude, there's always so many things I want to talk about, but I just don't make videos about it. And I think the podcast is a good replacement for that. So we're back. Okay, I'm going to try to keep these consistent. Try to do these once a week. All right. That's the plan. Welcome back. I hope you guys are having a beautiful, what is today? I think today is Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Wednesday. Hope you have a great day. We have a lot to talk about. So many things have happened over the last couple of weeks. Today, I want to start with Kanye. Now, Kanye, I don't think any of us can disagree with Kanye's musical genius, right? Kanye is a musical genius. He has produced some of the best albums of all time. It will be very hard for you to dispute the musical genius of Kanye. Even if you aren't talking about his albums, he's produced some of the greatest songs and greatest albums of all time. Kanye is a musical genius. I don't think any of us can dispute that. But Kanye randomly has these, I want to say outbursts. He randomly has these moments where he's just being really weird. Whether he's just cussing people out, saying people are trash and stuff like that. He has these moments where he's being really, really weird. And at first people are just oh, he has mental health problems and stuff like that. And you know what? I feel like he does. But when does it get to a point where you can't keep continuing to blame mental problems on the way he's acting, right? You can't keep using mental health as an excuse for the things that he does. And Kanye has been doing some very, very, he's been a fucking stalker, right? And I think Kanye musically is so great that people tend to forgive and just let go of the shit he's doing. And it's hard for people to vilify him. First of all, celebrities don't vilify Kanye. They literally just most other rappers, it's it's Kanye. It is what it is. Because I feel like he's so musically great that he has so many connections that no musical person wants to be on bad footing with Kanye. It's almost they're kind of I guess I afraid would be the word a stretch, because I don't think nobody oh, Kanye. But I think they're afraid of damaging their relationship with Kanye musically because of so many things that he could do for them. So nobody really calls Kanye out on his bullshit. But calling a spade is, Kanye has been doing some stalker ass shit, right? Kanye and Kim Kardashian, they had a divorce or whatever. I think their divorce just finalized. But they've been separated for a while. And she's been dating Pete Davidson. I don't know. That motherfucker must have the best game in the world. I truly, in my heart, I'm sorry. How the hell did he do that? As fucked up as it sounds, right? I don't know. Maybe he just has a great personality. I don't know. Anyway, so Kanye has been really obsessed with if you've ever seen Pete Davidson, I'm sorry, Pete Davidson does not look like an intimidating figure. When I think about intimidation, Pete Davidson is probably at the bottom of my list of people I probably would be intimidated by. Which is the reason I feel like he's such an easy target for Kanye. If Kim Kardashian was dating a swole ass football player or a swole ass just athlete or something like that, I guarantee you that Kanye wouldn't be acting like this. If this was somebody who could physically beat the shit out of Kanye, I truly believe if this was somebody who could physically harm Kanye, who has a stature of somebody who could is not going to deal with his bullshit, I guarantee you that Kanye wouldn't be acting like this. But since it's Pete Davidson, scrawny little Pete Davidson, Kanye's fuck it, I'm going to do this, so I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And here's the thing, right? It's funny to the internet, right? The internet can make anything a joke, which I don't have a problem with, right? I'm not one of them people that are oh my God, everything shouldn't be a joke, right? Because I'd be a liar, right? I laugh at fucked up memes, okay? I would be a liar if I told you I've never looked at a meme that I was like, damn, that's pretty fucked up and didn't laugh, right? Obviously, like there's extension, but like I've laughed at some of the war memes. That's fucked up, but I've laughed at them. I've laughed at a few of the Kanye memes. That's fucked up, but that's just I'd be a liar if I say I didn't. And people be deluding themselves and acting like they didn't laugh at it when they did. Um, but the thing is, like, it gets to the point where it's like, okay, like this is a joke to us, right? But this has actually impacted somebody very horribly. Like this is like we're over here making jokes and being like, oh yeah, this is funny, but this is actually like hurting somebody else, which is the problem. So yeah, Kanye's doing all this shit and he's just like killing Pete Davidson in videos, like buying the house across the street from Kim, like doing a bunch of weirdo like if his goal was to get Kim Kardashian back, this is the worst possible way to go about it. Now, people often bring up like Kanye just didn't want his daughter on TikTok. You know, from Kanye's point of view, that's fair, right? I don't disagree with him not wanting his daughter on TikTok. Okay, as a parent, I would lean more towards Kanye's perspective on this, where I wouldn't want my daughter on TikTok either. Being on TikTok, I know all this stuff. Like I just wouldn't want if I was in Kanye's shoes, I wouldn't want my daughter on TikTok either. But I don't think that's an excuse for like the shit he's been doing. Like he's just been like making memes of like killing Pete Davidson, saying fuck Pete. He says fuck Pete Davidson every day. He's being like, I'm getting my wife. Like he's just doing a bunch of stalker shit. And I think like people are like very like because of his musical genius, they're just kind of pushing it to the side and making it a joke. But like that shit has to be awful for like him, like to know like first he's acting crazy as hell. They probably share like joint custody, so she has to see him, right? She has to drop off the kid. He's probably being weird. It's probably awful for Pete Davidson because he's just like, damn, dude, I just want to date Kim. Like I feel like for some reason I feel like Kim and Pete Davidson just have known each other for a while. He's like, I just want to date Kim, but like I got to deal with Kanye, and I know that probably causes problems because Pete's like, bro, is this like worth it? Like Kanye has been a fucking psycho. So in my opinion, I think Kanye has gone too far, right? The buying a house across the street, like the memes, like people just like are finding this shit funny, but I'm like, and like I said, I've laughed at some memes. I'd be a liar. I've laughed at some memes where I was like, damn, that is a good one. But it gets to the point where when is it too far, right? When are we gonna say, okay, Kanye, that's a little much, right? And I think Kanye has gone a little bit too far. He's already stated, like, hey, like people keep saying that I have mental issues. Ain't nothing wrong with me. He said that himself in that Drink Champs interview. Like he was like, I'm fine, right? So he's just acting like this. Like I feel like he's way too old to be acting like this. I feel like he should be in a mature place where he shouldn't be acting like this. Like you're beefing with Davis. Um, Obviously take this all with a grain of salt. I don't know these fucking people. I don't know Kanye West. I don't know Pete Davidson. I don't know Kim Kardashian. We'll never know these fucking people. I can only talk about what I see on the internet, and I just see Kanye West being fucking crazy. So I don't know. I just feel like we're making a joke out of something that probably really sucks for somebody, and Kanye has to chill, right? This happens far too often where Kanye just like goes on like these rampages, and like it's just like Kanye, what the hell are you doing? And then Kanye's like, new album, everybody's like, Kanye, yeah, cool, down to two. So yeah, man, I think Kanye might be going a little too far. I wouldn't even say might be. I think he is going too far. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what other people think about that, but I think Kanye has to chill. Next, so we're going to talk about the war, right? We're not going to talk about why the war is happening. We're not going to talk about all of the like. I'm not the proper person to give you details on why Russia invaded Ukraine or why China and India are neutral and why the United States care and what's going on with NATO and Ukraine and not like I have that information, But I'm not the correct person to deliver that to you because in my mind, I know what the hell is going on and I know why what it's doing what. At least I think I do. But I'm not really the person to relay that information because I would hate to relay incorrect information at some point and then people be like blah blah blah. I just don't want to be that person. The specific part of this war that I want to talk about is that people are like comparing wearing the mask to an actual war. And I just don't understand that comparison, right? Here's an example, right? WWE wrestler Nia Jax posted some shit where she was like, you guys are like support Ukraine, but you couldn't even stand on your own top beliefs and you because you're afraid of a little error. First of all, Nia Jax, you fucking suck. You horrible at your job. Let's say that. And I don't understand the comparison between supporting Ukraine in a war, an actual war where people are dying, motherfuckers getting blown up, getting shot and shit, to you acting like a toddler because you don't want to wear a piece of fucking fabric on your face. I don't understand what's wrong with these people. How mentally can you sit down and be like, you know what? I'm at war with people who want to wear masks. Like, that makes you sound like a fucking infant, bro. Just put your goddamn mask off. Hey, most states at this point are like lifting mask mandates, so you really don't even have to wear them anymore. Two, at the point where we were wearing them, there was no reason for us wearing them. You were literally wearing a piece of fabric on your face for like at max like 20 to 30 minutes if you're riding a plane a few hours. But how does that compare to a whole full-fledged war? How does being like support Ukraine in your mind equates to, well, you guys wanted to wear masks? Where is the correlations there? I'm so tired. Like, anti-maskers, I'm sorry, they have to be the dumbest fucking people I've ever seen in my life. I like, here's the thing, right? No, I think anti-maskers are fucking stupid. Do they think that people that wear masks like wearing them? Do they think I enjoy putting on a mask everywhere I go? Do they think I enjoy sitting on a plane? I had it was a 6-hour flight where I had to wear a mask the entire time. I was getting fucking hot in that bitch. Okay? Do they think I enjoy doing that shit? Do they think I wake up and be like, damn, today is the day I want to wear a mask? Fuck no. People that wear masks don't like wearing masks. We don't like that shit, okay? We're not having fun with that shit. That shit fucking sucks. So I don't understand like the thought process as like, where are they getting this from? Where they just believe we love wearing masks. We don't. How does wearing a piece of fabric, one, how do you let wearing a piece of fabric impact your life like that? What the fuck? Just wear a mask. Okay, you can argue the vaccination thing, I guess. Like, some people, like, they just truly don't want to get vaccinated or whatever, okay? That's as shitty as that is, right? That's their decision. They're like, bro, if you're not gonna get vaccinated and be an asshole, just wear your fucking getting a needle versus wearing a piece of fabric. Come on, bro. Please. These people are fucking idiots. So the fact that I saw Nia Jax say that shit, just the satire in that joke in itself was it was comical. It was just absolutely comical. I was like, bro, are you serious right now? And it's not even just her, right? I don't want to act like it's just her. She's just one of the dumbass people. There's a whole group of people who are literally comparing the Ukraine war to being like, yeah, this is like the time we had to reject wearing masks. No, it wasn't. Somebody fighting a war for lives is very different from you being a toddler and not wanting to wear a piece of fucking fabric. I'm just tired of like these anti-mask people. Like, they are literally some of the dumbest people I've ever seen, right? You can talk about people's political views and all that shit like that, but the mask shit is just like, that literally shows you that you're a baby. that you are an actual infant. Like you can't like you know how babies you put shit on babies and they just kind of rip it off. That's what anti-maskers remind me of. They're just actual idiots. So I just find that to be funny that people, the anti-mask people, really feel like there's a comparison between that and them and the Ukrainian war. So I find that just comical. They're fucking idiots. Obviously, there's no fucking comparison there. So, oh man, they're just stupid. I'm gonna move on from this topic because I just hate talking about them because like they just want attention. They're just fucking idiots. I don't know, like, oh my god, I could just, oh man, I could just go so deep on fucking anti-maskers, bro. I should make a reacting to anti-masking videos because anti-maskers are actually fucking idiots. Like they're just they have to be like the dumbest motherfuckers. Anyway, do you like ranch, right? I enjoy ranch. I think ranch is a good thing. Would you hop through a window barefoot in a fast food restaurant for a 20 cent thing of ranch? My answer is no. Would you? So I saw this video, right? And I'll try to put it on the screen. So in this video, there's a lady. Obviously, you can't see if you watch an audio version, but there's this lady, right? And my assumption, I don't know what fast food place this is. I think it might be a McDonald's. And for some reason, she's in there and she's in the kitchen barefoot. From what I can gather from the story, she didn't get her range. Now, I've never had an issue getting a condiment from McDonald's. I've had places be like, it'll be extra 25 cents. I'm like, okay, whatever, cool, just add it on. Like me paying a 25 cent for a condiment is not a big deal. I truly can promise you, it is not that big of a deal to pay 25 cents for an extra condiment. But it was to this person apparently. So she didn't get her ranch, was from what I'm understanding. And she's like, I want my fucking ranch. And she decides to hop through a window in all her ratchetness, barefoot, on them nasty, greasy ass McDonald's floors that I know are greasy as shit because I worked at a McDonald's for a day. Walking on them nasty ass, greasy McDonald's floors, toes getting all soaking up all that grease and juice. And she starts to argue and threaten the employees. Now, I just, in my heart, I know this McDonald's has to be in a in a good neighborhood, right? Now, if you've, I live next to a bunch of Waffle Houses, right? If a Waffle House is in the vicinity of a McDonald's, them motherfuckers can fight because the Waffle House workers will get in trouble and leave, and they'll go to McDonald's. And you know, if you work at Waffle House, there's a physical requirement that you have to have hands. So I can already tell by the way the workers were reacting that this was in probably like a decent neighborhood. I ain't gonna say it was the best neighborhood, but it was decent enough. Because if she did that shit in any McDonald's in my area, I guarantee you she would have caught a 2-piece. She would have got knocked the fuck out. They do not tolerate people yelling in their face over some damn condiments. They would have beat her ass and threw her ass right back out the window. But she caught the right fucking place. She caught the right ones. Because if she would have went to the wrong McDonald's, they would have beat her ass. That's over some ranch. You would have got your ass beat over some ranch by McDonald's workers, and they would have felt no remorse and they wouldn't have gotten in trouble. Anyway, she yells at these employees for some fucking ranch. And first of all, ranch ain't that good. Let's call a spade a spade. Ranch is good, but it ain't fucking that good. Like I ain't been like, oh, I need ranch. Like I've never needed ranch that bad. It ain't that damn good. So the fact that she walked barefoot and she walked barefoot across a nasty ass floor for some ranch that she could have paid 20, 30 cents for. And here's where the video just got real, just like this was peak ratchetness. When she's leaving, she starts to crawl through the window and she starts the person that's recording, she starts twerking for the camera. And I'm just like, bro, what is wrong with y'all? You walk barefoot in a McDonald's for some ranch, and then you leave and you twerk and put your stank ass all in the window, stank booty and all, no mask, no nothing, all in the window, stanking up the McDonald's, making it smell like ass and McNuggets, ass McNuggets and dry grease. That's what that McDonald's smell like now, ass McNuggets and grease. Disgusting. Um, this was some next level ratchet ass shit that I just can't even. My brain can't even fathom how ratchet that shit was. And bro, I feel bad for like workers like that because I don't have the mental capacity to deal with that shit because I'll be ready to drop kick her ass in the fucking throat. I'm sorry. I'd be like, get your ass out of here. But I don't know. Do y'all like ranch like that? Because I don't. Not that much, goddamn. Um, Next, I want to talk about a show I like, right? So I don't like a lot of shows. Like I can name the shows I've never seen. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've never seen Breaking Bad. I've never seen A Walking Dead. Like typically, I don't watch a lot of TV shows. Um, like I don't watch a lot of long running TV shows. I don't watch a lot of shit, right? Shows I like. I like The Office. I like there's this vampire show on FX. I forgot what it's called. It's like a mockumentary with vampires. Like I like that show. Obviously I watch a lot of anime. I actually don't watch anime that much anymore either. I watch a lot of manga. I watch a lot. I read a lot of manga. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Dang, what else do I watch? I've been watching Catfish. I repeat, like I have a cycle of rewatching King of the Hill, The Office. There's another show that I'm missing that I'm constantly rewatching. The Kimmy Schmidt show I rewatch constantly. I watch the vampire show. Like I like have a set 7 or 8 shows that I just rewatch repeatedly. And so when new shows come out, it's very rare that I watch a show like week by week. Typically, a show I have like 3 or 4 seasons before I even start to watch it. But there's been a show that has got me. It has got me. I think it's Abet Elementary, made by Quinta. If you don't know who Quinta is, I first discovered Quinta for BuzzFeed. She was on BuzzFeed for a while, so I remember Quinta being for a minute. She was kind of like the face of BuzzFeed, I would say. Like she was in like basically everything. She created a show, which is dope as hell because that's like kind of where I aspire to be. A lot of y'all don't even know what I want to do in my life, but I would love to write like a movie or a show. Like I always have like a bunch of ideas. I would love to sit down and write like a movie or a show. Like I'm constantly jotting down. Like whenever I have a story idea, I always put it down. I just have a long ass Word document. So I would love to pitch a show or pitch a movie someday. That's kind of my goal. But anyway, this show is absolutely great. I think it might be funnier for me as somebody who used to be an educator. Like it's funnier for me because I'm just like some of this stuff is like dead on as a former educator. And the show is just funny. It's well written. You know what I love about Black people? Let me say that. I love the thing that Black people do, right? They'll never call like an actor by their name, but they will refer to them as a previous role that they did. Like, what's his name? Tyler? I don't even know his name. See, I'm about to do it too. The dude from Everybody Hates Chris, right? He's in the show. He's grown, obviously. It's been so many years since he's actually done Everybody Hates Chris. I look on Twitter, people be like, hey, look, it's the little boy from Everybody Hates Chris. And they just keep referring to him as that. Like, he's not a grown-ass man now. Like, every character get a name, he just be like, it's the dude from Everybody Hates Chris. Black people love to do that. I'm really bad about doing that, too. And I didn't notice it until I was like, dang, bro, we really be doing this where like somebody does a role, and other races could do this too, but I can only speak for black people because guess what? I'm black as hell. Um, bro, we do this where like somebody will do a role and we'll just be like, that's you for life. It's over. That's you for life. That's gonna be you. You'll always be known as this person. Um, another one's like, I'm trying to think of like one off the top of my head, but we do it a lot. But anyway, he's in the show. And the thing I like about the show is first, it's funny. It's a funny show. Um, and it's not that it's just funny, right? It's in a mockumentary style, so it's kind of like it's like the off if the Office takes place. I know like that's what every mockumentary is always going to be compared to because the Office is kind of the standard for that. But it's basically the Office in a school, in an underprivileged school, and they go through these problems, and it's I don't know. It's just like something draws me to it. I think as like first of all, this is well written. It's funny. Um, this is a funny show, and I really enjoy it. And I think everybody should watch it. And I'm gonna push the agenda that if you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Everybody, all of the actors do a great job. Um, my favorite character in the show is actually the principal, and her real name is actually escaping me. I do follow her on Twitter, I believe. Her real name is escaping me right now, but she does such a great job as like this like principal who is just like shit, whatever. I'm blowing a budget on like some nails. I think everybody plays their role really well, and I don't know. It's just one of them shows where I'm like, damn, I really have to keep watching this. Like it's been so long since I've watched a show weekly that wasn't like an anime that I'm like, oh damn, this is like really good. So if you have not had a chance to check out that show, do yourself a favor, check that shit out because it's really good. It's a really good show. Um, it's just, I don't know. Like I said, I just don't watch a lot of regular TV. I try to watch The Walking Dead. She was boring as fuck. I don't get how people like The Walking Dead. I've never tried to watch Breaking Bad, so I can't comment on Breaking Bad. I try to watch Game of Thrones. I'm not a big fan of, you know what's weird about like, I'm not a big fan of fantasy like setting shows, right? Like I like fantasy games, like I love fantasy games, but like when they try to make it a show, something always feel odd, like something always feel odd about it to me. So like I just don't like fantasy like shows. Movies just, I don't like fantasy movies like that either. I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. Here's a list of movies that I don't like that everybody likes. I don't like Harry Potter. I try to watch all the Harry Potter movies, couldn't get into it. Star Wars, I don't like. The only Star Wars movie I kind of enjoyed was the one that everybody hates, which is like technically Star Wars 3. And I saw that in movie theaters. Um, damn. I sound like a hater. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm just not a big fan of like fantasy movies and be like, if it's not a game, I'll just be like, I don't know. I just don't like fantasy TV shows and fantasy movies. So yeah, it's been so long since I've like gotten to a show, like a regular show, where I was just like, you know what? This is pretty good. I can watch you weekly because I just don't watch a lot of TV. Like the majority of things that I watch are on YouTube. So most of the things I watch are on YouTube. I watch a lot of just like random YouTube shit. So the fact that I don't know, the fact that I'm actually into this show, it speaks volumes. Like I actually like it. Um, next on the agenda, I want to talk about Cain. Is it valid? How do you say his last name? Is it Velasquez? Velasquez? I'm just gonna call him Cain because this is what I know him by. Cain is a former UFC fighter, right? Um, you might know him at. I'm pretty sure he beat Brock Lesnar for the title. Don't quote me on that. But Cain got arrested a few days ago for an attempted murder, and nobody really knew what the hell happened. We were like, bro, what the hell? What you got going on, Cain? And then it comes out that he was shooting at a child molester. And the stories are kind of conflicting where people are saying that it might have been his daughter. Somebody, like some stories are saying people in his family, and some stories are saying his daughter. And he said he found the child molester and he shot at him. And I'm gonna say here's the thing, right? I'm gonna say that it'd be hard to find anybody that would say they wouldn't do the same thing, especially if it's his daughter. If it's his daughter who this dude sexually assaulted, I understand. And like I said, I would be hard pressed to find somebody who would do the same thing. If I had a daughter and somebody molested her, you can bet your sweet ass that I'm going on a hunt and he gonna die. I That's just how I feel. That first of all, if they do it to my daughter, odds are they have probably done it to somebody else or they plan to do it to somebody else. So I just feel like in my heart, I'm gonna be the judge and the jury because your ass dying today, and I can't blame him for what he did. I'm sorry. Some of y'all might be like, no, he should have let him be arrested. He can't take the law into his hands. Fuck that. Fuck it. Fuck that. Guess what? I'm shooting him off. Bow, 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 bow. I'm gonna shoot until I know this motherfucker is dead. I'm sorry. I like. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't sit here and lie to you. Okay. I know some people are like, yo, like you should let them like be in the court of law. Like you shouldn't kill them. Like you should let them get a chance to go to the court of law. I think it's hard to really say that unless you're putting that like it's very easy to say like, oh, I'll just tell the police and stuff like that. It's very easy to say that until you're put in that situation. You like, especially if it's your child, like you're as a parent, you always want to protect your child. You always want to make sure that like, hey, like you are okay. Like, especially like you're a father and you're like, this is my daughter. Nobody's ever going to touch her. Like ever. Like this is my, like, it is my job to protect her. And then something like this happens to her, bro, something in you is going to fucking snap. And I'm just being realistic with myself, right? I know if that happened, I'm going to lose it. I am absolutely going to lose it. Like, whoever did it, I'm going to find you and I'm going to fuck you up. Now, some people say killing is too far. To each his own, right? You are free to feel however you want to feel about this. But I'm just saying, and I just want to say, Cain didn't actually kill him, right? He shot at him. I don't think the dude actually died. So Cain didn't actually kill him, but that wasn't from lack of trying. Because his ass definitely tried to hit him with that. He tried to. So it wasn't from lack of trying. He definitely was trying to kill that motherfucker. And I just can't say that I can't say that I don't agree. I do. I'm sorry. It is what it is, bro. I know some of y'all ain't gonna agree with that, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry. I feel where he is coming from. I absolutely 100% feel where he is coming from. I would do the same thing, especially if this child molester hurt my child, my baby, the seed of Weeby. Nah, not you gonna have a long night, brother. You gonna have a long couple of your next 48. You better turn yourself. Your best bet, I promise you, your best bet will be to turn yourself in, because I'm gonna have a manhunt and I'm gonna find your ass. I'm taking days off work. I'm gonna fucking Rambo your shit. You better not let me find. I'm pinpoint your location. I'm finding out where you work. I'm asking everybody. I'm gonna catch your ass when you sleep. That's just me though. But hopefully Cain doesn't really get like a harsh sentence or anything like that. Because I mean, in my opinion, he justified. Fuck it. He justified what he did. Fuck y'all. Let me know what y'all think about that, because I'm curious as to y'all thoughts. Probably, I know some of y'all will just be like, "Oh, let him go to jail." Fuck that. Y'all, I think a lot of people wouldn't kill him, but they definitely gonna beat their ass. And you know what? I can feel that. I feel like killing somebody is a lot harder to do than you say, right? you can always say like I'll kill him, but when you get in that situation, odds are you probably won't kill a person, but you damn sure will beat the shit out of them. Guess what? I'm gonna beat the shit out of them. All right, so that's I just hope he gets like a lesser sentence. Come on, right? Come on now, justice system. Look, come on, dude. Let's be real. Come on. Um, the last piece of news I want to talk about. This one is funny, right? EDP 445, Mr. Cupcake himself, tried to come back. Man, EDP is something, right? So if you don't know, for some reason, if you've been absent from the internet and you don't know what the hell happened to EDP, basically EDP was like, oh yeah, I want a cupcake, shit like that. He was like, being he was trying to be a pedophile. Obviously that ended his YouTube career, which was stupid because EDP had the easiest job in the world. All he had to do was eat shit and talk nasty to the camera, and he was gonna make like $1 million a month. But he decided that fuck that, I gotta talk to kids. So EDP has tried multiple times to come back on the internet, right? He tried to say he was gonna make his own website. That didn't happen. I'm pretty sure that got shut down. He went to another like video uploading site. They shut down his account. But and the strangest of things, where does EDP make his return? He makes his return on TikTok. So EDP starts making TikToks about the Super Bowl and basically talking about football. I guess he thought like, hey, it's been long enough since that shit happened. Like, no, EDP, it happens. It hasn't been long enough. So I don't know what thing he was on, but he was live and he was taking like viewer chats or whatever. And this dude comes in and he's like, bro, I'm your biggest fan and I love you. And as somebody who knows trolls, I already knew in my heart that this was going to take a left fucking turn. So the dude is like, hey, EDP, like, the biggest fan. And he's like, oh, bro, thank you, bro. Like, I really appreciate it. And then the dude was like, bro, he was like, bro, I could get you some bitches or some shit. Like, it's some bitches out here or some shit. And EDP was like, man, I ain't trying to do all that now and stuff. And the dude was like, dude just started going in. He was like, you want the 14-year-olds, huh? And he started going in on EDP. And it's the funniest fucking shit. Look it up if you haven't seen it. He just starts going in on EDP. EDP can't figure out how to get the dude out of call. And he was just like, he was going in. He was calling him a sloppy, nasty pedophile bitch. I was like, oh my God. So, yeah, EDP coming back. Like, what's weird is that, like, obviously there's going to be people who are like, dude, fuck EDP. And there's people that troll him. But there's still like a big majority of people that are still like, yeah, EDP's back. And I just don't get it. Like, did they forget that he was a pedophile or do they not care? I think a lot of his fan base are like kids. I don't think they care too much. But apparently he also tried to apply to Chuck E. Cheese, which I find comical in itself. Like, how the fuck is EDP going to be like, I was almost in trouble for being a child or a predator, right? Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese sounds like a great idea. He was also Ubering. Bro, they find this motherfucker everywhere. I don't know who's finding him, but they're like FBI agents. I think he was staying in a hotel or some shit like that. Some dude found out what hotel he was staying in. Saw this picture on Twitter where this dude took a picture. He took a picture with EDP in Walmart. And then he was like, hey, y'all, I found EDP at Walmart in this place and put the location. So now people know which Walmart he goes to. At this point, if I'm EDP, bro, something got to change, bro. You'll never escape this. Even though he didn't go to jail, even though like he escaped like prosecution, right? He'll never be able to live like freely because every time somebody sees him, and it's not like EDP can hide who he is. Like EDP is very identifiable. Like you look for a big black dude with like a jersey on and some visor shades. Like there's EDP. Ain't too many people dressed like that. So he's very easy to identify. which makes it even easier for people to find him. So the fact that he keeps trying to come back to the internet and the fact that people keep trying to support him is, I just find comical in itself. Like, I just find it funny that, like, no matter what he does and whenever he tries to come back, it will always end in the same ending where he'll get either banned or blocked, or he's gonna get bullied off the internet. At this point, he got to give up on the internet. He got to find a trade or some shit. He got to lose a bunch of weight so people can't. He got to lose. He got to have the gastric bypass surgery. He got to lose a bunch of weight. Like, he got to literally. He has to change everything. He has to change his face. Like, he has to change everything about himself if he wants to live normally. Because he's very identifiable. People know who he is. We're in the age of the internet, so even more people. Like, if this happened, like, in not the age of the internet, like, then he probably could, like, be like, okay, I can move a bit. But in the age of the internet, no, fuck no, bro. You got caught trying to be a predator. And now everybody knows, and people, you're very identifiable. So people are going to keep bullying you. So, and you deserve it. It's not like he don't deserve it. He deserved that shit. Shouldn't did it. But I just find it funny. He keeps trying to come back and be like, yeah, EDP's back. Like, no, bitch, no, you not. Get your ass back. I just find it funny, bro. EDP is a funny guy. Not intentionally. It's just like, bro, you can't really come back from it. Like, you just gotta hold your L. You just gotta hold your L. And that's just facts. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this return to the return to the podcast. Hopefully I can make these once a week. I take it back. I got one more thing to talk about. So, man, I just want to talk about YouTube in general, right? The hardest thing that's happened to me as a content creator is, like, and I think the hardest thing that can happen to you as a content creator, I ain't gonna say the hardest thing, but one of the things to deal with as a content creator is just like being like, damn, like, passion versus views, right? Let's say, I think I covered this in another podcast episode. Passion versus views. What, like, there's so many things I can do that'll garner hella views, right? I can easily drop a rating black thing, or like rating racist thing, or rating anti-masker thing, or rating Trump thing. I can easily drop one of those videos and get like 8 to 10,000 views, like, easily, and get more subs. And, like, I think it would be easier for me to get to 100K, which is my goal. Like, my goal is to get to 100K. And I think it'll be very easy for me to get it while doing that, right? But at the same time, those started to wear on. I won't say they were like wearing on me to a point where I was like, oh, I can't, oh, racist. Like, because I think my mental was a lot stronger than that. I think my mental is a lot stronger than a lot of people. Like, I can take a lot of shit on. Like, a lot of shit doesn't really bother me. Because I think I'm just mentally strong. I think what it was that, like, sometimes it would just put me in a bad mood to, like, sit down and watch racist videos all day. And I didn't know how sustainable that would be. The thing about the internet is people are very finicky, right? They watch one thing, it's over. They're like, okay, I'm moving on. And that's cool, because I'm like that too. I do the same shit. I'm a content creator, but I love watching YouTube videos, and I do the same shit. So, yeah, I was like, dang, you know what? I'm going to stop making these types of videos. You know what? It was like, I think I was making too much of them. The reason I'm addressing this is because people keep asking me why I'm not making racist TikToks. People, like, I literally have people DM me like 4 or 5 times a week, like, different people asking me, like, why am I not making racist TikToks? And a particular one caught me, and they were like, dude, stop making fight game videos. None of us want to watch that. And I was like, bro, what? And he was like, nobody wants to watch that. We want to see you talk about racist stuff. We want to see, you know, like, cover stuff. And I was like, that one, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. And what it made it even more, like, it hit me harder. He was like, look at it. He was like, you look on your last fighting game video, you only got like 100 views. So look at your last, like, rating video. Like, you got like almost 10,000 views. Like, how could you not keep making them? I was like, I don't respond because I don't be responding to DMs. I think I actually closed my DMs after that. I was like, bro, stop DMing me. Oh my God. I be thinking it's somebody important and it'd be one of you motherfuckers DMing me, bitching and complaining. So I guess like this will be the perfect time for me to kind of talk about it. I think I'm pretty sure I have a video talking about this, but I guess I'll talk about it more in this podcast episode. Um, Basically, why I stopped making racist TikToks, um, and making videos like that. Um, One, I thought I was doing it too much. I think I was oversaturating the market. Um, Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be completely like 100% transparent. Like, you know what? Let's keep it all the way 300 funky. Um, so a few things actually. So yeah, I think the first thing was actually like I was like I'm doing this way too much. Like it started to be like a big focal point of my channel, where I was like, dude, I just keep making like I just keep making these videos and I wasn't proud of the quality and I wasn't proud of I just wasn't really proud of the quality, right? Um and I was like, dude, I want to like edit these more and then I had an editor for a little bit, but it's just like, bro, like something like about these don't really feel like innovative anymore. Like I'm a type of person where I really like to make crazy shit. I like to make innovative shit. Like I like to make fun shit. And and that's funny. It's funny I say that because we're gonna touch on that a little bit later. But it just started to feel a little stale to me. Like yes, they were getting views, but I was like, okay, like where do I go from here? And that's where it confused. Like I think my channel grew too fast for me. It went from like 9 to 10K to like 50K in like a few in like a month or two. So I think that jump like led me to be like, dude, what can I do to make like what the fuck? What am I supposed to do now? I don't know. Um because I was like, dude, I was like strictly before this, I was just a Mortal Kombat gameplay dude. I just played Mortal Kombat games. I literally got 10K by just playing Mortal Kombat stuff. And I wasn't doing anything else but just I was literally making troll videos and making Mortal Kombat videos. Like that's all I was doing. And that's how I got to 10K. So when I got to 50K, I was like, bro, what the fuck? How am I supposed what the fuck am I going to entertain these 50K people? These people don't want to see Mortal Kombat. And that's how I felt. I was like, these people don't want to see fucking Mortal Kombat videos. So I was like, all right, I'll do anti-maskers, I'll do Karens, I'll do racist videos. At some point I was like, all right, bro, I'm running out of racist videos. So I had to take a break from that. Still had Karen videos, anti-mask videos, but I was like, where do I go from here? Where do I capitalize? And this is really where I think I fumbled, right? I had no clue what the fuck to do. I was like, how do I capitalize off this? How do I just not fumble? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do to keep people here? And I don't know. I just couldn't figure out what. I was like, I don't want to keep doing the same types of video. Like, I don't want to keep doing racist TikToks because at that point, I become a one-dimensional channel. And eventually, I know how YouTube works. And eventually, people are going to be like, okay, dude, you've done like 40 episodes of this. What's next? I was like, I don't know. So I was like, dude, I don't know. So in my mind, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to stop because I think what was getting me is that you guys weren't doing anything wrong. Like y'all literally were not doing anything wrong. It was just me being like constantly like stressing myself out. And I was like, I'm working full time and I'm like doing all this other shit. And it was just stressing me out because I was like, I need an idea. I need something to do. Like every day, like every week, I was like, I need a new idea. I need something to do. And it would be stressing me the fuck out, laying in my bed and being like, I need something to do. So yeah, I think it just got to a point where I was like, okay, like dude, first of all, calm down. You only have 50,000 subscribers, which in hindsight, that's a lot, right? Um, you know what? The hardest thing for me to do is be like, bruh, people gonna watch whatever you put up, but my mind could not compute that. It was like, bro, I need something fresh and something new. Like in my mindset, the goal for my channel was always to be like, I wanted to do multiple series of things. Like I wanted to have multiple like series, and I wanted to kind of run my channel like a TV network, which is why my name is We. People always ask, why is your name Weeby ENT? Because I wanted the entertainment part to be like, I wanted the channel to be multifaceted, where I had like multiple different shows. I kind of wanted to run it like, if you ever seen like a Complex or a GQ or something like that, you know how they have like multiple different shows. Like I wanted the channel to be like that, and I think I've kind of strayed away from that vision, but I want to bring it back at this point. Like I want to start bringing it back because that was my original vision for this channel, and I think it's starting to get lost, and I want to bring it back. So my original goal for this channel was like to have like multiple series of things, right? So if I were to break it down, like, okay, I have like multiple seasons too. Like I have a season where I like cover like specific games. Like I have a season where I'm like doing the racist TikToks. I have a season where I'm doing like the black car. Like I have multiple shows in multiple seasons. I have a show where I wanted to do a vinyl show where I like go vinyl hunting and stuff like that. But I wanted that one to be really cinematic, which is why I bought that $700 camera that I didn't use. I wanted a nature one where I'm like doing nature stuff for the first time. There's a lot of stuff I try. Like I learned how to skateboard, learn how to play tennis. Like there's so many things that I wanted to do. Um, that was my original goal for the channel that got lost because I think I started to freak out when people actually, because it's easy to do. It was easier for me to start implementing these ideas for myself when I only had to like do it for like 10K people, because I was like, bro, if a fraction of these people like this, like I or watch this, I got a W. But it's very different when you have 50K, when you have 50,000 people like subscribe to you, um and you're like, dude, I have to at least, in my mind I was like, I at least got to get 9 or 10,000 people to watch this. So that's where I started to fall off, and I was like, it started to be too much stress for me. Or I was just like, dude, I'm constantly, and it's not even that I didn't have ideas. It was just like I felt like people were like anti-masker videos or isn't and stuff like that, and I don't know. I just feel like I couldn't produce it how I wanted to. So that being said, it yeah, it was just hard. I'm just gonna say it was really hard for me to be like, you know what, I don't it I think I defaulted back to making gameplays because one, I felt like I was like, this is my original audience. And I was like, this is my original audience. These are the people who were like been here. Like these are the people that I just know. Like they're like, whatever, dude, we're here for Mortal Kombat. And they also watched the other videos, but I knew for a fact they were like, dude, what it is, what it is. So I knew that those people, those 10,000 I had before, no matter what, those people are gonna like whatever I put up because they're like, dude, we were here in the trenches. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna revert back to gaming stuff because I know that my peoples, I know that my peoples watch it. And I think that's been true. When I've been uploading just straight gameplay, is like I think they average like 100K, or not 100K. Who I wish 100 views a video. So yeah, those average 100 views a video, and I'm like, you know what, that's fine with me. But now I'm starting to get unsatisfied again, right? Like I want to do more, and you know what it is? I feel like my creativeness isn't being seen anymore. Like I'm a really creative person. Like I hate that sounds really like fucked up when I say it like that. But I'm actually a really creative person, and I get upset when I can't express how creative I am. I think my weakest point is that I'm a bad editor. Like I'll say this up front. I'm not a fan of editing. Like I just don't like editing. Like the concept of editing something is really boring to me. I love making and creating stuff. Like I love the aspect of making, writing, and creating, but I hate the back end of editing, which is always my problem. So I love creating, I love making, I love all that. I just hate editing. Um, which is something I'm just gonna have to get over. I'm just gonna have to figure it out. Just gonna have to teach myself how to edit better. Um, so if you're an editor, uh, I don't want you to edit for me. But if you have any resources that'll help your boy get better at editing, feel free to hit me up on Twitter at WeebyENT. Just tag me in a post and be like, hey, like I'm trying to DM you, and I'll follow you back, and we can DM and you can help me out. But I do want to get better at editing, and I do think the original, um, and I think I'm gonna cut this up like for the podcast. Like I might put up the whole podcast, but I'm gonna specifically cut this section up into a separate video because I want people to really see this. Um, because I think this is important, and I think this is what a lot of people need to hear. Um, so yeah, I think my vision got lost because one of my biggest inspirations for like content is I have a couple of inspirations, but I really like Donald Glover. I like how he transitions from making those types of videos to where he is now. Um, Kev on stage, like people like that are just like multifaceted. Like I want to be a multifaceted tool. So basically, where does this lead up to now? Am I gonna make more racist TikToks? What am I gonna do? Because I know a lot of you guys, I get it, right? You follow, you follow. I know a lot of you will say you follow for me, which is beautiful and that's great. But you don't necessarily like the gamer content. I think I want to get back to my original plan for the channel, and I think that takes me sitting down and creating a plan, right? Like I said, my original plan was this to be Weeby Entertainment or Weeby ENT. And I wanted to incorporate a lot of my friends. Like I wanted us to have when I originally created this channel, my plan was like literally I wrote down plans. So this is why I called it Weeby ENT. I wanted to have different shows, right? Like multiple different shows. And I wanted it to be like seasons, like multiple different shows with seasons. Because I wanted to run it like a TV network or something like that. So I think I'm going back to the drawing board. So honestly, I don't know. I think I'm still going to post gameplays. I just don't know how often that would be. You know, and this kind of sucks because I literally just became a Capcom partner, and I'm probably gonna lose it. I'm probably gonna lose my Capcom partnership, which sucks. But at the same time, I have to do what's best for me. I think I want to go back to my original plan of doing like seasons of shows. I'm not gonna do those cringy. Please don't ask me to do them cringy ass things where people be going in the mall and being like, "What's your body count? What would you say is the right size for a man?" Like I'm not gonna do that. Shit's cringy as fuck. I'm sorry, that shit just really cringe to me. But I think I want to go back and sit down and be like, all right, I want to make some series. Like I want to make some shows. Like I want to start showing more so of like ideas that I've had. I want to start producing some shows, writing some shows. Obviously, it's not going to be like, hey, how? Like, it's not going to be like a show. Like, I'm not going to make like a fucking Office show and shit like that. But like multiple series, like I said, we can bring back rating racist TikToks. Think I'll do it a different way. We can bring back the Karen videos. We can 100% bring back the Black Card Game Show because that's actually my favorite series. But I also want to incorporate new stuff. I want to incorporate like I said, I really want to start getting into vinyls and like Funko Pop and stuff like that. I want to bring back a series for that. We had a Pokemon series for a while. I want to bring back the Pokemon card series. Like there's so many things I want to bring back. I want the channel to be multifaceted. Like I said, I know everybody isn't going to enjoy anything, but my original goal was to make this channel like sort of a network. Obviously the podcast is going to be a big thing. Greg don't know this, but I really want to get Greg up. I want Greg. He doesn't know this. I don't even know if he's going to watch this. I really want Greg to become a co-host on this podcast. Because I feel like he would be I think me and him will be the best dynamic for a podcast. And I know my friend, I know some people are going to get salty that are in my friend group because they're going to be like, no, we're the best dynamic. I think me and Greg are the best dynamic because we don't agree. Like, we agree on a lot of things, but we also disagree on a lot of things, which is why I feel like it's a good dynamic because it won't just us both be saying yes to everything. It'll be he has some shitty opinions. So I really want him to start co-hosting this podcast in particular. But my goal in 2022 is to I want to go back to my original vision. B, I want to actually learn how to edit these videos. C, I just want to make series. Like, I want to do series. I want to, you know what I've always wanted to do? I want to do a food show. I always wanted to do a food show where I try like different foods, like new foods to me that are very unique and like supporting local businesses. I always wanted to do that. So maybe a food show. So that's kind of my plan. Like I said, I don't think gameplays and reactions aren't going to stop. They're definitely, gameplays for sure are going to go down. Because you know why? Because I could just stream them. I have a stream, Weeby ENT, if you want to check out the stream. I have a stream. If you don't follow me on Twitch, do it. Twitch.tv/Weeby ENT, where I can just play these games. And I think that'll be like my video game, like escape, where I can just stream them. But I want to start doing shows. So honestly, I'll keep doing the podcast. But besides the podcast, I think a lot of the next few months will be me kind of going into let's make some shit mode. Because I feel like I'm ready to go back out there. I'm ready to start producing again. I'm ready to basically stop being lazy. I think I've just been lazy and just unproductive. And I'm ready to go back out there and kind of show what I can do. And that's where I'm at with it. So I know this was kind of a long one, but I had a lot to say. So let me know what y'all thought about the podcast episode in the comment section below. If you are watching this on Spotify, please be sure to like my podcast and help me move up in the algorithm. As always, I hope you all are having a great day, great night, great morning, great weekend, great afternoon. And always remember, pass class, don't eat ass. I'm out this bitch.